Haters were coming over here. They wouldn't shoot their mouth off before they came over, and once they were here, I mean, he's been told, rub it into the Americans, train them, break their will. We're sticking our hands down their pants. We're putting telescreens in. We're transferring over to authoritarianism. We're going to grovel and say your tyranny's good. You know, literally, get up on top of them, mark your territory. You know how a dog does. And that's what they're doing. I mean, these are bloodthirsty, power-tripping murderers the world has never seen. It's people as evil as Hu Jintao. And our government just says, we love you. That tells you the government is pure evil. Our government is pure evil at the head. Wake up to that.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
It's the winter cold and flu supplement sale at herbalhealer.com. Take advantage of Herbal Healer Academy's incredible savings on the best cold and flu supplements available. Many of you know elderberry is exceptional against viral infections. Right now, Herbal Healer Academy has Elderberry Power, regularly priced at $16.95, now incredibly low at only $10 for 60 vegetarian caps. For children and seniors, our Herbal Healer Academy Flew Away Elderberry Liquid is only $13 for a 4-ounce bottle. Also on super sale, olive leaf capsules, oregano oil plus capsules, and our incredible Respirate formula, Oregacillin Physician Strength capsules for your lungs. Normally $34.95, now just $25. Hit the winter specials link at herbalhealer.com for these cold and flu supplement specials and other on-sale products like apple cider vinegar, brain power, and neuro recovery. New customers get a free catalog with your first order. Log on and hit the winter specials now at herbalhealer.com.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Forget everything you've been told about long-term food storage. When all hell breaks loose, you'll need the single most effective way to get high-powered Delta Force nutrients to your family fast. Like any Special Forces commando, you need a plan. You need a Black Hawk Down food plan. Introducing the Survival Sprout Bank from Solutions from Science. It's your countertop survival garden. Yes, grow fresh greens right on your countertop in just a few short days. Sprouts are the green shoots that emerge from newly germinated seeds, and they are powerhouses of living, easily absorbed nutrients. The Survival Sprout Bank is a complete kit with nothing else to buy. And with sprouts so easy to grow, even children can grow emergency food. Call 877-327-0365 or go to survivalsproutbank.com. That's 877-327-0365 or order online at survivalsproutbank.com. Survival Sprout Bank, your Black Hawk Down emergency food plan.
We are on the march. The empire is on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
All right, it's a final live segment. Got a red pill, the ultimate red pill video we haven't aired in about 6 months coming up. I think I've only played it one other time here live on air. It's a remix of my rant in the film Waking Life. But a final segment with Lindsey Williams, always incredible information. We're going back to him in a few final calls here in a moment. First, I want to talk about the great folks at Stansberry Research who have an amazing video, endofamerica3.com. And, of course, you know for more than 2 years they've been predicting that this would be the year when the dollar is depegged as the world reserve currency. They've been saying this for a long time before Hu Jintao announced it. But you can see it all being set up. They've got a free video. It's got a lot of excellent information. Endofamerica3.com, endofamerica3.com. endofamerica3.com. So check that out, endofamerica3.com. And finally, Pure Water Freedom. I want to tell you about purewaterfreedom.com. If you want to affordably remove fluoride from your tap water, visit purewaterfreedom.com. They have a full line of household fluoride filters. You can even remove fluoride from every water source in your home with a whole house fluoride system. They have a wide variety of filters to remove all types of toxins from your water, including shower and bath filters. All their filters are made in the USA. I know that's seen as treasonous. I'm not even joking. Homeland Security, hates anybody that cares about freedom in this country. The government is there to destroy America. But anyways, the filters are made here in the U.S. So check out the banners on Prison Planet and InfoWars, or go to purewaterfreedom.com to take control of your water supply today. The government now admits fluoride is hurting children, but they're still going to put it in the water. Okay, final phone calls here with Lindsey Williams. Again, we really appreciate Lindsey joining us. Who's up next here, John? All right, I'm going to rampage through 4 calls, and we got to go. And some quick questions or comments. Appreciate them holding. Nancy, Angela, Lee, and Felix, that'll be it. Nancy, you're on the air worldwide. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Lindsey. I just have a question for you, Lindsey. If your elite friends are giving you all this information, then they must want it to be made public. Is that correct? And if they do, which side are they on? Are they on the elite side, or are they on the people side?
You are correct in your supposition. One of the things I learned when I lived with the elite was that they have a code of ethics, and one of the facets of that code of ethics is they must tell the world everything they're going to do before they do it. They know the coverage that Alex Jones has. They know I'm on Alex Jones' show on a regular basis. They listen to Alex.
It's voodoo. Let me just interrupt, Lindsey.
I'm saying, much of this, they feel a moral obligation, according to their moral code. They feel an obligation to get this out to the world is the only thing I can understand. And then they'll turn around later and say, we told you so, why didn't you listen?
No, exactly. That's why 8 years ago, the outgoing head of the Federal Reserve, he wasn't even outgoing then. Greenspan kept talking about irrational exuberance. When he'd gotten rid of Glass-Steagall, when he was the author of so much that happened, he was an anti-New World Order, pro-gold and silver guy in the 70s and was very popular and hung out with Ayn Rand and, the Ron Paul type crew, and he sold out to the dark side. And here's the deal. It's the vampire code. I'm not saying they're literal vampires. They're psychic vampires. A vampire must trick you to invite them into your house. So they'll show up, not bearing their fangs at night, and knock and say, I'm a neighbor. Mind if I come in? And you've got to say, you are welcome. Or the vampire in mythology all over the world, this archetypal, and they use allegories for these archetypal things to explain it to people. But whether it was Greece or Japan or the Mesoamerican Mayan culture, the vampires always came and said, do you invite me into your home? Am I invited? And it's a trick. But they've got to do it. It's like their religion, and you've got to say, yes, you are invited. Once you've let them in, and it's a spiritual thing. It's like Lindsey said, we've let the spirit of China in. We've underwritten it. We've confirmed it. We will now go under it. We will now live as they do. Once you submit to something, once you join with it, it's kind of like Saruman in Lord of the Rings is saying, we must join Gandalf with Mordor. It is, the new age is upon us. And he says, since when did Saruman the Wise, give up reason for madness? And that's what this is. They are all over the news. We must join with authoritarianism. It's good. We must join with the torture. And so a lot of these people, too, even though they've been high-powered, they still are dual. They don't like what's happening, but they like the power, plus they're in it to survive and win. I'm sorry, I'm going wild here, but explaining their psychology. And so they enjoy it. It's an entertainment for them, like a cat has a mouse playing with it before it eats it. But they also believe almost in like a demonic chivalry. And what do they do in chivalry? They say, on guard. You know, on guard, on guard, on guard, I'm about to attack you, on guard. And so they're saying, on guard, we're going to set up world government and kill you, on guard. Here's all the Rockefeller foundations, we're putting poisons in your vaccines, on guard. And then they say, look at these idiots. We tell them we're killing them, and they still won't stand up and fight. They want to die. They are profane. And then elitists call me and say, off record, can we talk? And I'm a journalist, a person, I don't, betray confidence unless it was of a specific crime, then I would have to. And they say, Alex, the general public wants to be slaves. Don't you understand? You have to join with the New World Order because we understand that. You know, we're moral. We actually work together. The profane, they don't. This is all Illuminati type stuff, folks.
Alex, you're exactly right. I lived with these people for 3 years, and it took me 3 years' time to even comprehend the mindset of these people. And I wrote 3 books trying my best to help the American people understand the mindset of the elite. It's very difficult for the average person to understand that there could be somebody so diabolically wicked that they would control nations and currencies and tell OPEC what to do and tell the president what bills to put through in Congress. But they do. People, please believe what you're hearing Alex say right now. I lived with these people, stayed in the dorms with them, sat across the dinner table from them, and everything you just heard Alex Jones say is true.
Well, Lindsay, we better get to a few more calls. I wish it wasn't true. But it is. Reality is reality. Thank you, Nancy. Hope that answers your question. Angela in Louisiana, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi. Yes, I'm calling with a couple of questions. My first one is for the currency. When the currency is going to crash before the new world currency comes in, will our currency, anyways devalued, we will be able to purchase this new currency with our dollar?
They're going to continue to slowly devalue it over and over again until they offer a new currency as a way to get out of the old currency that's been wrecked. And they're starting to say they're going to blame it on a false flag internet attack as if it all happened overnight and tyranny will protect us from this ever happening again. And we'll still have dollars. They'll just be denominated and controlled by the IMF, World Bank, OECD as the new Bancor, which is a digital currency transcending the nation. Now will be fully beholden to the offshore central banks. Lindsey Williams.
The only way that you can maintain the purchasing power of your present currency is to buy gold and silver today, immediately. You should have bought it 2 years ago. But if you didn't, you got to go down and get it. I mean, right this minute, listen to who advertises on Alex programs and buy from them. Why? Because I have been told, and I'm telling it to you, you can take that gold and silver. It'll have the same purchasing power, the same value. Even though gold and silver is going to go up $3,000-$4,000 an ounce, silver is going to go up to $40, $50, $60 an ounce. But yet you can turn around and trade that for the new currency, whatever it may be, world or whatever it may be, and maintain your same purchasing power. And that is the only thing you can do it with. Your dollar is going to devalue so rapidly from this point on, you are going to be startled.
Well, Lindsey, that's what's so frustrating about this is that I get emails every day going, why do you want me to go to Midas Resources and buy gold and silver if my Federal Reserve notes are so worthless? And then they giggle like they've made some big point. It's like a 2-year-old, you know, being able to say the letter A and being proud of it. But it's not cute because they're even wrong. It's like a 2-year-old looking at the letter A and saying it's the letter C or the letter Z. They don't understand. Obviously, the currency as it's devalued that's then manifested by the gold and silver going up in the overall price, not because it's gone up, but because the currency has now gone down. And so by
this past week, 6 cents out of every dollar at the gas pump. You lost $3 last week on toilet tissue at the grocery store. I know I went to buy it. It had gone up $3.
No, the inflation's accelerating.
The only thing that changed was the purchasing power of the currency. You lost 3 cents at the gas pump. You lost $3 in the grocery store.
No, I know, but Lindsey, it's like they're under a trance. Just finishing this simple point, you just made it beautifully, but to quantify it, because I see this so much, and I'll see it on YouTube, and people try to explain it to them, and they just don't get it. We take the Federal Reserve notes, Midas Resources does, buys gold at whatever price it is, And then with any little meager profits, run the network, or with profits, buy gold for ourselves and silver. I mean, that's what I do, as my emergency backup. I only promote what I believe in. But these people think, why do you want my Federal Reserve notes if they're not worth anything? That's still the global currency. So you take that and you buy gold and silver for yourself. And then as the currency's devalued, your gold and silver will reflect whatever the new currency's value is. And so it freezes the value of the labor you put in to get the energy credit symbols that are those Federal Reserve notes. Now you're putting it into a real commodity that transcends the fractional reserve banking system, so that now you are freezing your wealth.